to the hometown of Shelby Sauce, Pasadena, Maryland.
Look at that.
Sarah, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, girl. You cried over what?
So McDonald's didn't put enough hot fudge in my hot fudge sundae.
Oh, the worst. The worst.
Girl.
Was it?
And I asked for extra, and I was just having a bad day, and it was, the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, or
So rude.
the spoon in that case, absolutely. And so on a scale of 1 to 10, Sarah, you asked for how much hot fudge?
I just said extra, because they never put enough to begin with,
Sure.
and I just thought they would, go with more.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how much hot fudge did they give you?
Like 3?
Oh, hell no. No. I understand. All right, Sarah, 1 second. You are in the running. Let me go in Baltimore. Elizabeth, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, girl, what you got for us?
So I cried because I went to Taco Bell and I wanted a Doritos Locos Taco Supreme.
Sure.
And they gave me a Crunch Wrap instead. And that didn't even have sour cream in it. And I went back through and they gave me another Crunch Wrap that had sour cream. And I just sat there and cried in the dressing room.
Oh, no. Elizabeth, at that point, you got to ask, why does bad things happen to good people?
It's like, I tried so hard to get that sour cream.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Yes, that's the
fair.
only thing I wanted.
No, I understand. Elizabeth, 1 second, you're in the running. I have had, like the previous caller, when you order delivery to like a hotel, and you're like, hey, I need silverware.
Yeah.
And they don't bring the silverware.
I've had that happen a lot. And I'm like, I've used like a straw as silverware. So I'm like, I'm not going downstairs.
Or like the coffee sticks, like try to use that as chopsticks.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, those things.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that should be illegal. Just to not have silverware delivered to the hotel.
If you're whatever, it is what it is. First world problem.
Let me go in Towson. Jennifer, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, girl. The dumb reason we cried. What happened?
Okay, let me preface this by saying single parent, 3 kids, 3 different schools. My kids are in club soccer, and
Sure.
I went to Popeyes, and I had a coupon. And they told me they didn't honor them anymore.
No.
And I straight out started bawling,
Yeah.
pulled away from the drive-thru, parked, bawled my eyes out because they wouldn't take my coupon, but my kids needed food. So I had to go back through the drive-thru with my swollen eyes and order it without the coupon.
God.
Did they at least hook it up at all?
Yes. No, but it was just the lowest point of my life,
Sure.
I think.
No, I
I
understand.
think
all
that
right.
there's
Yeah.
a lot going on though. You just like there's just that one thing that just like breaks your like everything.
Yeah, always. And
Because
then,
like Panera once gave me like the wrong order, and I just sat there. I literally was like in a Panera, just crying my eyes out. And I was like, and I could be like, this is wrong, but I was like, what else? What else?
But then there's that moment where you realize how dumb it is to be
Yeah.
crying and
in
it's like,
public,
yeah.
especially about a sandwich.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, but we've all been there. It's like, okay. Well,
Yeah, it was a rough week.
Again, why I can't take these challenges anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let me go. God, there's so many of these. In Glen Burnie. Drew, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, man, what happened?
So I was at a job I was not particularly happy with, and I had a really, really rough week. And a comfort thing I do at home is when I was young, my mom and I would bake cookies together. So I was
Nice.
like, I'm going to go bake cookies by myself. I make a dang good cookie. My mom taught me really well. And as I was pulling them out of the oven, I turned too fast and bumped my knee, and every single cookie hit the floor.
No!
And I was inconsolable. My wife had to hold me while I cried.
Yeah. Are we talking chocolate chip, Drew, or what we,
Yeah,
what we
what kind
make?
of cookies?
I do chocolate chip, I do butterscotch chip, I do coffee chocolate chip, I do sugar cookies.
Yeah.
The butterscotch ones
Now,
sound pretty
Drew,
clutch.
between us girls here, by girls I mean you and I, how many times have baking cookies helped you seal the deal?
Oh, the biggest point of pride in my life was this last weekend for the 4th of July. I hosted a family cookout where all of my aunts, who are all bakers, came over, and they were like, these are better than our cookies.
My man.
What the heck is wrong with you?
My man.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
That's
the
it.
limit doesn't
Drew,
exist.
1
Clearly.
second. Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard. Who's a winner, by the way.
Yes, these are great.
Vote for your favorite over text, 99338. Let me go in Bel Air. Julie, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, girl. The dumb reason we cried. What happened?
So I have 2 small boys, and both my pregnancies, I don't know at what point, but I would cry uncontrollably when I would eat. And it started when we were at, like, my birthday dinner with my family. I was not sad. I wasn't, like, happy crying. I just took a bite of steak at Capitol Grill, and I started uncontrollably crying.
Aww.
And everyone thought something was wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like, I don't know if like the baby started kicking. I don't know what happened, but I had like I couldn't stop crying. I had food coming out of my mouth, and the waiter came over, and he was like, "Is everything okay?" And it was. It was just like every single time I could eat Taco Bell, and I would cry in the parking lot. I could eat anything, and I would just cry. So it became like the running joke. People would try to feed me just so I could cry.
Oh my God,
well,
that's so mean.
Too, like, what's your husband do when you start crying on nowhere? Because he can't say, "Oh, she's emotional."
Yeah.
Like, he also doesn't want to make it seem like it's him.
It was my ex-husband for a reason, but
there we go.
he was embarrassed. He was embarrassed, and
Somebody
I think because like I couldn't stop. So it was like that weird, ugly laugh, cry, and then naturally I had food coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
But
and you're getting embarrassed because
as well.
you're fine. You're like, guys, there's really nothing wrong. I just can't stop crying.
Yeah.
Like, please stop asking what's wrong with me. There's nothing wrong.
Like,
I have a human in me.
and it was my second pregnancy too, so I was hoping it was just like one and done. Like I got that out of my system, and it was my second pregnancy, and it was just worse. So
Okay. All right, Julie, 1 second. You're in the running. Let me go in the district. Logan, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Lay it on me, brother. What happened?
All right, so for a little bit of context, I'm 6'1", I'm a big guy, I'm bald, and I'm bearded, right?
Hell yeah, brother. Give me some of that.
I went to the movies with my now wife, and we went to see How to Train Your Dragon 3, and it was the scene. It was the scene where Hiccup is like hanging on to the female dragon with the bad guy, but toothless. His dragon is falling and like gonna die.
Yeah.
And Hiccup just looks up at him and goes, "Save him," and lets go and like sacrifices himself. And I'm just sitting there sobbing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And my wife is cracking up because she has no idea why. And after the movie, she asks me, she was like, "Why were you crying?" And I try to tell her why. And I start sobbing again outside of the theater.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Did you like get in though that night?
My God, Sauce. I know you're asking. Yeah.
You were gonna ask if I didn't.
Well, now that we're here, Logan.
Did you seal a deal that night? She's like, "Oh, he's so strong and vulnerable and bold with that beard."
We're just not allowed. We're not allowed to watch those movies anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's strong or.
The only dragon she trains in the bedroom, right, Logan?
Oh my God,
The only one.
Mama, okay, 1 second. You're in the running. Well, you were asking, Sauce.
I wasn't gonna say that. I was not gonna say that.